welcome back. So, this will be my 2022-2023 Premier League team of the season. Season's just over, so pretty much it'll be a 4-3-3 from the goalkeeper to the last forward, and we'll walk our way through. So, first of all, my goalkeeper is Nick Pope. Pretty much think he cost Newcastle £10 million. He's kept 14 clean sheets, only conceding 32. He did have the unfortunate mishap of getting himself sent off against Liverpool at St James's and missing out in the League Cup final, which he could have won the day, maybe been the difference for Newcastle. We'll never know. His average had 87 saves, 2 penalty saves, averaged 2.3 saves per match. He's won Save of the Month twice, and overall you've seen the difference in goalkeeper, especially for £10 million. I think it was in around £12 million release clause from Burnley, so for that level of money, obviously could have had anyone go in there, like obviously if you had Ederson and all that, go in there probably, but if they didn't recruit right in the summer, it'd be a difficult season for them, but it was a brilliant acquisition, and credit to Eddie Howe, finding some bargains, signing players for like a little bit of money like Isaac, Botman, for 32 for Botman and 63 for Isaac I think it is, so you've got that. Right back, I've went with Kieran Trippier, £12 million, he cost last season in January. He scored once, 7 assists, created 24 big chances, averaging 10.3 crosses per game, 1.86 tackles per game, picked up 5 yellows, 54 passes per game. The lad is incredible. United could have got him in the same January for I think this roughly the same price or a season price for like 20 million under Ollie in the window before obviously he was sacked. But Trippier has been massive for Newcastle this season. You've seen with a player that's got a league winning mentality. He's won at Atletico, he's went to Champions League finals, he's went deep into competitions in Europe, he's been there and got experience which, off the top of my head, nobody has in that Newcastle squad. And you've seen the switch, where he's not the most vocal, he's not a Roy Keane character, but he's not absolutely shy. He's the correct character that they needed, and as I said for Pope, full credit to Eddie Howe, quality signing. Right centre back, I've went with Manuel Akanji. Now, could have went with Ruben Diaz, but I've not, because Akanji's came in this season for 20 million? Maybe not even that. And he has been quality. 69 passes per game, pretty much to what Pep wants from his centre backs. Winning 69% of his tackles at an average of 1.2 a game. He's only committed 24 fouls and picked up 2 years in the process. He's got an assist, not yet scored yet in the penalty for Man City. Don't know if about in Europe, he might have. But the way he's been a proper defender. And I think he's even says himself, he's not came to City to just be like a bit part player. He's came to play, and you've seen the quality. For anyone to could have picked him up, and for City to pick him up for as cheap as they did, and for the level that he's been at, has been absolutely fantastic. Could have put Ruben Diaz, but I think for Akanji, his first season in the Prem, can I look past him. Left centre back, I've went with Lisandro Martinez. This might be a bit biased, but I think he's been one of the best centre backs in the league this season. From what people were saying about him, especially Jamie Carragher, absolutely rinsed him because he was 5'8", 5'9", thinking right he can't handle the Premier League. Carragher since came out and apologised since. He's got a goal, averages 56 passes per game, 2 tackles per game. A lot less than Akanji with 52% success win ratio for his tackles. 21 fouls and 6 yellows, but you've seen the quality, you've seen the difference when him and Varane play ahead of De Gea compared to Maguire and Lindelof. you see the much difference. Even if you take out Lissandro and you put Maguire into partner Varane, you just see a difference not having Harry Maguire starting every week. The quality is there. You only get better. Unfortunately, fractured his metatarsal and I think it was his ankle it was. But he's expected to be back for the start of the season fully fit. And I think first season, £50 odd million, I think it's a quality signing at his age especially. Left back away with Zinchenko. I think it cost also 30 million, I was about to say 3. Be fucking incredible. That'd be a signing of the season. I'd have done. But for around about £30 million, I think it was, he shipped him with a goal and 2 assists, 63 passes per 90, 1.48 tackles per game, 3 years, 6 fouls. For 6 fouls in the Premier League, I don't know how he's done that. Especially playing at fullback. I understand also would have a lot more of the ball, but as a fullback, defending, 6 fouls, insane. Chips him with a cross here or there with 1.37 per game. But we've seen the difference with him playing instead of Tierney, or that Jacob cunt, I don't know how you say his last name, I'm not going to. But we've seen the difference. As soon as Arsenal lost Saliba and Zinchenko for a period of time, you've seen the defence be absolutely woeful. Zinchenko, good player. Definitely is worth the money. And he's one of those, he's came for City, he knows how to win leagues. Couldn't win it this year, but without him, be looking a lot different for Arsenal fans and the club. First one of the 3 midfielders, I think it goes without saying, Kevin De Bruyne, 7 goals, 16 assists, 31 big chances created, averages 7 crosses for a central mid per game, 63 passes per game. Nothing else to say really apart from sheer quality. Been the difference in a lot of games this season, not just in the Premier League, but also in the Champions League for City. And that's why they're in the final. I'm recording this just before the final kicks off. Well, we're saying just before. A good 2 weeks away, but he's been quality. Probably going to see this level from him for the next 3 years, I would say. 3 or 4 years before he probably starts stopping off a wee bit just with age. But he's such a level of a player, it's insane. Other one joining him is Odegaard, 15 goals, 7 assists. Created 14 big chances this season, averaging 2.4 crosses per game, 45 passes per game a man. And he's been an incredible player for Arsenal this season. You've seen with his creativeness, his drive from midfield, everything that Arsenal basically need in the midfield. He's pretty much been there. Lacking a little bit at times, but it's one of those. Nobody expected Arsenal to be where they are this season. I clearly didn't, and nobody did. Gary Neville predicted that they'd bottle it, and he was correct. Shagger. Moving on to the last central mid then, I went with Casemiro. I think the presence you've seen from him, he was expensive, I think £70 million on like a 4 or 5 year deal, which is big money to pay for something like 30, 31. But he's came in, he's chipped in with 4 goals, 3 assists, 50 passes per 90, 3 tackles per game, picked up 2 reds, 7 yellows after 48 fouls. And you've seen when United have to play McTominay or Fred or like anyone apart from Casemiro himself playing as that holder of field role, you pretty much see the level of a difference. It's insane. The quality difference. Especially he's came from Real Madrid, winning La Ligas, Champions Leagues, fucking Copa del Rey's, fucking what, you name it, he's won it basically. Like as an elite mentality player, he's been a type of player that I've been saying for United to sign. Go and sign a scumbag midfielder. And I say scumbag midfielder, I mean a number 6, a holding fielder that's going to sit, that can play with the ball at his feet, but he will go in there and he'll smash players, set the tone for games, and also just basically get a reaction from his players when needed. And if Haaland didn't sign this season, He could be well within a shout for signing of the season. I'm not even exaggerating. First striker of the three, well, first forward of the three, I think it's Erling Haaland. I don't think you can say anything else. The man has been unreal. I think he cost City like 54 million in a release clause. If you have to sign him without a release clause, now you're talking 200 million. I don't think you get anything less than 150 plus add-ons or 200 million flat fee. He's been that good. 36 goals, 8 assists, 123 shots, averaging 3.9 or 3.5 per match he plays. He's won Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, 2 Player of the Months. He's averaging just over a goal per match he plays in 1.03. Without him, I don't think City win the league this year. That's perhaps one of the main reasons why I chose him, basically, to obviously help City win the league. And they'll look to be well on course to win the Champions League because of him. Scalping Real Madrid, Leipzig, Bayern Munich. They were just in pure cruise control. And I think it's probably going to be City's year now. They will finally win the Champions League, I think. Unless Inter can pull off a masterclass, which I hope they do, because it'll be funny as fuck, but I think Haaland was the last piece of the puzzle in this team. All you've really got to do, maybe get a long-term replacement for De Bruyne, and then that's pretty much going to be it. I think it's going to be a team to dominate for the next 3 or 4 years, and we can see a real, we could possibly see a Bayern Munich form of dominance here for Man City, unless like the United, Newcastle, Liverpool, but could get some big signings in and probably challenge next year. The second forward I went with is Harry Kane, 30 goals, 3 assists. He averages just less than Haaland with 3.4 shots per match. That's even more though, and he's averaging 0.79 goals per match he plays. Played in every game for Spurs this year in the Premier League, I'm pretty sure. He's been pretty much without him. If he moved on to City, I'd not seen how Richarlison wouldn't have scored more goals, but they would have probably been where Chelsea is in the 12th place, playing around 11th to 14th. He's been that crucial for Spurs this season, and if he doesn't move on this year, and if he's stupid enough to sign a new contract, he deserves everything that comes to him. He's a goal scorer and he probably breaks Alan Shearer's record if he stays in the Premier League till he retires. But in terms of trophies and winning any form of European silverware and Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, Community Shield even, I don't think Spurs come close. And if he wants to win trophies, he needs to leave Spurs. If he does want to win trophies and not have that mentality of a player, stay at Spurs and just waste their career and chase a golden boot record basically, which, not knocking him, still incredibly hard to do, but he won't be regarded as one of the elite levels strikers probably in the next 15-20 years time. You'll look back, Alan Shearer's regarded as one of the best in the Premier League because he went on and won trophies. If Alan Shearer didn't, he'd be like, goal scorer, but can he do it in the big games? Like again, he can't do it when it matters. He can't do it when it needs to be done. For club or country basically. So, aye. And the last forward I went with Marcus Rashford. Could have went with anyone, realistically. Could have had Ivan Toney in there. You name it, could have been in there. 17 goals, 5 assists, 108 shots, 3.08 per game. Just under, maybe 4.49 per match. He's on 3 Player of the Months. And you've seen the difference for United this season without him basically. Without having him in the side, it's pretty much a struggle to create chances and struggle to score basically. So, be a massive season for him next year. Can he go and get 30 again next season overall, and maybe 30 in the league, or 25 or 20? With an actual number 9 potentially signing for United this summer. Who knows? We could see it, and it could be absolutely gigantic for the football club. But aye, that is my team of the season for the Premier League. a lot of you will probably disagree. I'm saying the goalkeeper, centre backs, probably one of the forwards. But if you have anything to say, leave in the comments below and I'll reply. With that, I'll catch you in the next one. Subscribe, like the video. Goodbye.